It's one of the strangest miracles in the Gospels. And one of the most overlooked. Matthew 17 verse 27, Jesus tells Peter to go fishing, and says the first fish he catches will have a coin in its mouth, just enough to pay the temple tax. Why would Jesus send Peter to a fish for money? Why not just perform a miracle on the spot? Or simply say, we don't have to pay that? Well, let's look closer. Because this story is packed with deeper meaning. Here's what happened. The temple tax collectors ask Peter, "Does your teacher pay the temple tax?" Peter says yes, but when he comes inside, Jesus asks him a question, "From whom do kings collect taxes, from their sons or from others?" Peter replies, "From others." And Jesus says, "Then the sons are free." In other words, I'm the Son of God. I'm not obligated to pay a tax to my own Father's house. Think about that. Jesus is the true temple. God in the flesh. If anyone is exempt from paying the temple tax, it's him. And yet, he pays it. Why? He says, "But so that we may not cause offense." Here's the humility of Jesus. Even though he's above the law, he chooses to submit, not because he has to, but because he loves. And instead of pulling a coin from his robe, he sends Peter fishing. Why? To show something else, divine provision. The same Jesus who multiplied bread, who turned water into wine, who calmed the storm, now commands a fish to carry a coin in its mouth, and to swim into Peter's net, right on time. This isn't just provision. It's precision. Jesus is showing that he rules over all creation. Even the sea, even the fish, even the smallest coin. And yet, he uses all that power. Not for show, but to quietly teach faith, humility, and trust. He didn't owe the tax. But he paid it anyway. Why? Because true greatness doesn't insist on its rights. It lowers itself for the sake of others. It's the same pattern we see on the cross. Jesus didn't owe sin's debt, we did. But he paid it anyway. He used his power, not to escape, but to provide, for us. So what does the coin in the fish's mouth teach us? That God provides, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. That Jesus is Lord over nature, over money, over all things. And that true authority is expressed in humility and love. He paid a tax he didn't owe, with a coin only he could provide, so that we might see, no need is too small.